Alright, you guys, so after 35 years of waiting, it's finally time for me to give you guys my review of Scooby-Doo and the Curse of the 13th Ghost. Now, some, now, in, in case some of you guys aren't familiar with what this most recent Scooby-Doo release is based on, it is actually the series finale to not 1985 or maybe 84 to 95 Scooby-Doo animated series entitled The 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo. And well, like I just said, guys, this direct-to-video animated movie is actually finally the wrap up to the cliffhanger that the original series was unfortunately forced to end on because of a cancellation by Hanna-Barbera. So now on to the actual premise of the movie. First, it starts back some time ago with Vincent Van Gogh and his assistant Mortimer basically having captured 12 of the 13 ghosts and basically attempting and succeeding to capture the 13th and most powerful ghost, Amadeus. And Amadeus is basically the Demon King, which is why, and obviously, he's considered the most powerful. Well, after Vincent and Mortimer sort of captured the Amadeus, sort of the remaining spirits that the chest of demons has released upon the world attempt to try and reopen the chest of demons to free their 13 hideous masters, so that the 13 ghosts as an entire group can sort of continue their bloodbath of evil upon the world. And Mortimer sacrifices himself so that Vincent can seal the chest of demons away in this temple in the Himalayas, and until Scooby and Shaggy accidentally opened the chest of demons in the original series, and then we cut to the present day where Scooby and the gang have tried to pin a mall robbery on an innocent man, and for this the sheriff basically tells them that if he sees them sort of try and take the law into their own hands to solve another mystery, that they will be charged as criminals and sent to prison. So this forces Scooby and the gang to basically sell the mystery machine as part of their sort of last warning, but before they get sent to the big house, as it were. And while Scooby and the gang are having a garage sale, this guy, I believe his name is Barry Allen, accidentally uncovers the ball that Scooby, Shaggy, Scrappy-Doo, who is not in this movie, unfortunately, guys, that Barry uncovers the crystal ball that the gang used to keep in contact with with Mr. Van Gogh back in the original series, and as soon as Daphne, Shaggy, and Scooby sort of see Barry with the crystal ball, that they all immediately say, "Hey, look, you gotta put that thing away now," and then accidentally Vince actually uses the crystal ball in an effort to sort of contact Scooby, Shaggy, and Daphne to basically tell them that he has indeed found Amadeus, which again is the 13th ghost that they were never able to contain within the chest of demons. So Vincent tells Scooby, Shaggy, and Daphne to basically come and see him right away so that they can finally capture the 13th and final ghost. Now, obviously, guys, I'll be honest, Fred and Velma in this movie are pretty much kind of useless. That they are basically in this movie because now with the current formula that these direct-to-DVD movies have been taking, Velma and Fred are basically there to basically fill in Scrappy's part, and they're just there because they have to be. Now, obviously, Velma and Fred are kind of pissed off at Shaggy, Scooby, and Daphne for basically never telling them about Vince or the fact that they unleashed 13 of the most terrifying ghosts upon the face of the earth. So the gang, using the classic red van that they did in fact use in the series, get to Vincent's castle, where Velma uncovers what Vincent later reveals on the way to the Himalayas as Vincent's security system to protect his house. Because, as we all know, guys, Velma unfortunately continues to defy the fact that these 13 ghosts aren't, or we'll actually get to that here in a second, but these 13 demons are in fact real ghosts. And Fred's role in this movie he's basically feels like he's the one in the gang that has basically lost his role, because throughout this entire movie it's not Fred that takes the leadership role, it's Daphne, much as she did in the original run of the 13 Ghosts animated series. And once they free Vincent, who has been captured by Amadeus, yes, that they all agreed to go to the Himalayas to finally seal the Amadeus, or as he's also referred to in this, the Ghost King, so that the quest that Scooby, Shaggy, Daphne, and Scrappy, and Flim Flam, which Flim Flam does make an appearance in the movie, still has the hopeless, pathetic town salesman, and his role throughout the movie, guys, is to he basically entertains Fred and Velma, while Scooby, Daphne, Shaggy and Vincent sort of attempt to seal Amadeus. Now we're going to get to the climax here, guys. So throughout the entire movie, not only do they have Amadeus to deal with, but they also have this mysterious ghost car that continues to try to delay the gang from sort of fulfilling their quest, which is to capture Amadeus. And they actually do find out later that the man behind Amadeus mask is in fact a real person, but the real man, but that is the true 13th and final ghost that resides in the chest of demons, is actually Vincent's own ancestor, who was sealed within the chest many centuries ago, back in mystical medieval times, where magic was involved, believed to be obviously the real thing. And through finally defeating Amadeus, Vincent's ancestors' soul can finally go to rest in peace. So yeah, guys, that's basically the movie in a nutshell. Again, guys, I truly believe that this is hopefully the beginning of Hanna-Barbera at least attempting to revisit some of the movies that Scooby and Shaggy and Scrappy were basically on their own without Daphne, Velma, or Fred. The only thing that would be different this time, obviously, is that Scrappy would not be there, and it would probably have to be the entire gang. But to tell you guys the honest truth, that there have been rumors about Scooby and the gang making a possible return to the island where the direct-to-DVD legacy began. And yes, guys, of course I'm speaking of the first Scooby-Doo direct-to-DVD movie that basically started the current line, that being Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island. Now, I'm going to be honest in telling you that Zombie Island 1 is not my favorite early Scooby-Doo direct-to-DVD movie. That honor actually belongs to the polarizing Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase. But my point in bringing that up, guys, is I think Hanna-Barbera should, especially while Frank Welker is still here, if they want to go in the direction of revisiting some old movies and maybe giving them long-awaited sequels or tie-ins, much like Scooby-Doo and the Curse of the 13th Ghost, I do believe that they should do this. Now, guys, the last thing I'll say about Scooby-Doo and the Curse of the 13th Ghost is this movie really is catering to people that have seen the original run of Scooby-Doo and the 13th Ghost. However, even the casual fan or somebody that's 10, 7, or 5, basically the modern audience that should be more into Scooby-Doo now than somebody like myself who's about to be 2023 year. But honestly, guys, I do believe that this is the best Scooby-Doo direct-to-DVD video ever, because it really gave you satisfaction in to see that Scooby, Shaggy, Daphne, and Flim Flam finally were able to complete their quest in sealing the 13 ghosts of Scooby-Doo back in the chest of demons, and finally complete the mission that they began 35 years ago, and that they were finally able to say, Vincent, we can believe the job we set out to do, and the 13 ghosts of Scooby-Doo have finally been relocked in the chest of demons, never to be unleashed upon the mortal world again.